Welcome, everybody. Welcome into this coaching hour session. And I believe we are live on YouTube. Yes, we are. So, everyone who is joining us right now, I want to give you a warm welcome. And I'm really looking forward to give you a value that you really deserve. So, let's just wait for a couple of seconds so that others can join. And then we will get started with an amazing and awesome session that I have prepared for all you tonight. And in the meanwhile, as you're joining us either on Facebook or on YouTube or wherever you are, let us know from where you are right now, from which country basically you are. All right, then. So without wasting any further time, let's get started into the coaching hour and share some values, some nuggets, something very powerful, something really amazing with you all. And I know that, there is something that really inspires you. There is something really encourages you, about the topic that we have for today, because this topic is really valuable topic. It's like something about the thought, magic of the thought. So let me just switch on the camera. Here we go. So here I am now live in front of all you. Wonderful. I'm really happy to be here. And I want you to think about a couple of aspects about the thought. And I really want you to think about that. Have a look around yourself. Wherever you are right now, have a look around yourself and ask yourself a question that from where everything that you have in your room, in your office, or wherever you are right now, from where those things actually came. The painting on the walls, the laptop in your offices, or maybe the mobile you're running right now, you're operating right now, maybe the video you're watching right now, every single thing that we have around ourselves. I want you to ask yourself a question from where those things actually came. And the answer is pretty simple. Somebody somewhere in the world have used the power of their own thought that really manifested their certain reality, that really manifested the physical existence or the physical appearance of the idea they have in their mind from a very long time. Wallace D. Wallace wrote a book, Science of Getting Rich. And that book was written way back in 1902, almost a century ago, more than that. He wrote something very wonderful in that book. You know what he wrote? He said that thought is the tangible. He said thought is a formless substance. And he said thought is the only power that can produce tangible riches from formless substance. What does that mean? That means thought is the only power that can actually convert the nothing that is the universe right there into something very substantial, something that is really of a powerful nature. And that power, thought only had that power. Your thought can change your reality. Your thoughts can create something better, something really beautiful that you have never had before. But to do that, or to really manifest that reality, you really got to understand some of the concepts, some of the ideas, some of the real truths about your thought, which many people don't realize. And my job or my understanding, whatever I had in the last 5 years, and I'm going to share that. I'm going to really discuss all that with you in this special segment in our coaching hour, which I have started just from today. And in this segment, I'm going to talk to you about those ideas, about the thoughts, about those great, crucial, precious, amazing, and wonderful ideas about the thought. I want you to pay attention right now, right here. Okay. Really look at on the screen right now. And I want you to think about and ask yourself question as I go along the flow. Okay. So here we go. Ask yourself a question. that the results you have right now, it doesn't matter whatever those results are. Okay, these results can be, you know, the money you have in your bank account right now, or these results can be how healthy you are, or these results can be how good you are at studies, or how good you are at sports or anything, or these results can be how great your relationships are, anything. I want you to think about all these results and then ask yourself a question, like how literally these results are happening in your life. I want you to think about it. How these results are happening in your life right now. And the answer to this question is pretty simple. It's pretty common. It's pretty obvious. And the answer is that these results are happening because of some of the inbuilt belief systems, conditionings, behavioral patterns that has been programmed deep down into your own mind. Now, many people say that, you know, that we get a result because of the actions we are taking. That's somehow true, that all right, it is our action that create results, but that is not the root cause. So we have to really dig deep into certain philosophy and come up with an answer that what is the root cause. Now many people after that, they will relate that, you know, our results are happening because of our behavior. All right, that's true. That's right. Now, my question to you is, what is your behavior? What is that behavior? We know that is an action. There is a certain course of action that I'm taking, and that course of action is creating the results in my life. And then, yes, every action is based upon my behavior. That, you know, what is my behavior in a particular situation or something. But then again, the question is from where that behavior came. And the answer is that your behavior is an idea stored in your mind. If I become more specific about that, your behavior is an idea that is stored in your subconscious mind. And I really want you to think about it, okay? As I'm going to explain you a certain concept right there on the screen right now, I want you to keep your mind wide open, because these ideas can literally change anyone's life if they pay very, very close attention to this. So really, really look seriously into these ideas. Now, some of you who are familiar with that diagram, that's perfect. If you're not, this is your mind right there. Okay, this is your conscious mind, and this is your subconscious mind. I have not generated or originated this idea. I learned this idea from my mentor, Bob Proctor. So I want you to look at this right now, right here. You know, you have a behavior, but your behavior is actually is an idea. It is an idea that is programmed right there in your subconscious mind. But from where those ideas get into our subconscious mind, like some people are really optimistic, some people are really pessimistic, some people are really, you know, energetic when it's the time of doing action, some people are very, very, it's like they don't even want to go out and work, some people are lazy, some people are proactive. Why? All these are behaviors that are causing the action. And I want you to think about that very, very closely. You know, there are some people who are lazy, and they're lazy, their action is going to be delayed. Always there is going to be a delay in their action. There are some people who are proactive. You know what happened? The people who are proactive, there is always going to be a eagerness in their action. There's always going to be a push, like a forward push. I want to do that. I want to do this. I want to finish this. I want to finish that. Why? Because all these ideas, if we trace them back, if we trace them back to the origin, we are going to find out that the origin is there in the subconscious mind. It's an idea that is programmed in our mind. Now, what is an idea, or how did idea get there? That is a key point right there, my friends. That idea gets there because we carry some thoughts long enough in our conscious mind that it ultimately sinks down to the subconscious mind. So you see, it doesn't matter whatever your results you're getting in your life right now. Your results can be the money you're earning. Your results can be the relationships you are into. Your results can be the kind of a healthy body you have right now. Your results can be Your results can be like the kind of a relationship, or the student kind of a student you are, a bright student and not a bright student, a lazy student, a very proactive student, or it could be anything. But that boils down to the same concept, that if you trace it back to the root cause, you are going to figure that out, that the root cause is right there. It's in your thoughts. Now, what kind of thoughts you're having right now? Some people have always, now there are only two kind of things or the thoughts you can have by the law of polarity. Understand that. Either you can be on the negative pole of thinking, or you can be on the positive pole of thinking. Most people are on this side. They are on the negative pole of thinking. And it's a choice. Napoleon Hill talks about it, in his book, The Think and Grow Rich, and many authors talk about it. You have a choice over the thoughts that you choose. But the problem is that most of the time we choose the thoughts that we don't want to choose, and we really get emotionally involved with that ideas, and bang, it get the results that we don't want. For example, many people, when they are thinking about doing something that they really know is going to benefit them, the first thing they think about is doubt. They doubt themselves. They doubt that opportunity. They doubt something else. They doubt other people. They doubt their own confidence. And what happened in this process of doubting, what happened? They end up destroying the creative spirit that was actually building up within them. They end up destroying something that was really inspiring them, something that was really exciting them. They end up destroying that spirit. And it is pretty obvious, when you choose this side, you're going to have a negative thought right there. That negative thought is going to be right there, and it is going to be on the lazy side. But on the other hand, if you go here, it is going into the conscious, then it will be in the subconscious, and you will be on the side of proactiveness. So it's really start with a thought in the mind. It start with a thought in the conscious mind, and then impressing that to the subconscious, and really making certain things happen in your life. But that starts with the vision, that starts with an idea. And that all start with something very concrete. Do you have a goal in your life? Do you really know what do you really want? And if you don't know what you really want, maybe you won't be even putting in the work that is required to be put in. Now, I have a very little marvelous book right there in my hand. It's As a Man Thinking by James Allen. And I want to read you something out of it. And I really want you to pay attention, because everything I'm going to discuss with you today, it is in correlation with the thought and the concept that I'm talking about. It is actually in just, in agreement with all these ideas. So pay close attention. He said, as a man thinking in his heart, so is he. So comprehensive as to reach, out every condition or circumstances of his life. A man is literally what he thinks, his character being the complete sum of all his thoughts. Now understand that there are a lot of ideas jumping, pumping right there in your consciousness, but there are some ideas that are always there. Maybe that idea could be that, like, nobody in my family has ever been rich, how I can be. I'm always struggling with money. I always have this problem and that problem. I always think about doing something and then end up being in the wrong position. What is your self-talk? What is your dominating ideas that you entertain most of the time in your conscious mind? I really want you to think about that, because see, it's those ideas that are right there in your consciousness that makes a bigger difference. It's those ideas that are right there in your conscious mind that really either makes you or breaks you. It's a choice. It's a real choice. Just like the way you can choose the kind of clothes you want to wear, just like the way you choose the kind of foods you want to eat, just like the way you choose everything in your life, you have the choice to choose your own thoughts. But the problem with many people is that they're not literally making the right choices, or they're not actually understanding the concept, the phenomena behind these certain laws that we are talking about. And it is very, very important to understand these laws. So are you really getting that? Are you really understanding that or not? Because I want to ask you that. If you're getting that, ask yourself a question. Are you really going to make a shift from today? And the shift is pretty simple. Are you going to make the shift from this side to this side? Or if I say, are you going to make a shift from moving to the negative pole to the positive pole? Understand that it's a law. It's a law, and it's a law of polarity. It's a law of polarity. That means everything has an opposite. Positive cannot exist without a negative, but it's a personal choice. And as long as we are living in this physical world, there are choices, there are consequences, but it all starts with the first idea that you bring it right there. And that can literally make a big shift in your life if you understand it. Now, listen carefully. He said, as the plant springs from and could not be without the seed, so every act of man springs from the hidden seed of thought and could not have appeared without them. What does that mean? That means every action that you are taking right there, my dear friends, on this physical plane, that action is happening because there is an idea, there is a thought that has been planted in the conscious, or the chosen in the conscious, and has been planted in the subconscious mind. You really got to understand that. You got to make a distinction. You got to distinguish between all these kind of things. Because if you make a distinction, and if you really start distinguishing between all these things, then you're going to understand that, all right, now I get it. Now I get it. And I want you to really become a little more, like serious about these concepts that we are talking about here. If you want to change your results, that starts with the thoughts in the mind. And once your thoughts changes, bang, boomerang, there is a shift. There is a shift. It's a literal shift. And there is an assignment for today, all right? And the assignment is pretty simple. If you're watching live right now, that's perfect. I know many of you are going to watch it on the recording. That's equally fine. That's equally perfect. I want you to think about it, okay? Really think about it. I'm going to give you an assignment now, and the assignment is pretty simple. From today till next few days, I want you to observe your thought processes, like what you're mostly thinking, what ideas you have most of the time in your mind when you're thinking about your goal, when you're thinking about moving ahead, and then observe your actions. And you're going to find out that most of the time your actions are literally what you have been thinking about most of the time. And then make a decision that I'm going to quit thinking the way I'm thinking. And that starts with the decision. Make no mistake about it. That starts with the decision, and you got to make that decision. You make that decision that I'm going to shift. Shift means I'm shifting right now, right here. I'm not entertaining any of these silly ideas. And then you will see how the things will actually and literally will turn around on its head. But that all starts with the decision. Now, as I said, everybody, that we have something really special for you. And this is a new segment that I've started about the magic of thought. So today I just wanted to give you this basic understanding about the thought, and maybe the next coaching hour that we have, I'll dig more deep into the details about another aspects of the thought, how thoughts are really impacting our life, how they're really making a difference. But now I want to give you an announcement. I really want to encourage you to take action on that. All right. This week, Friday, we are again coming up with the masterclass, The Dream Power. And this time I have a special guest with me, my affiliate partner. I'm an affiliate partner actually with Mr. Sunil Chaya. He's a certified Proctor Gallagher Institute consultant, a great friend, a great mentor, and a great human being. He's joining me this Friday for the Dream Power Masterclass, happening at this Friday, 8 p.m. Indian time. So be there. We are going to have a lot of great things for you. And the links will be sent to you on the email. You don't have to worry about that. You will get it right through your email. All you have to do is just get ready and get excited. We have something very, 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 very special for you. All right. So in the end, thank you so much for being here in the coaching hour. I really loved it. I really enjoyed it, your presence here, because that really inspires me more to give the best of me and really give you a platform where you all can grow and we all can grow together. So I'll see you in the next coaching hour. Till then, take care. And if you have questions later on, you can send it me on WhatsApp. And if you're not part of our programs, or if you're not part of our coachings, I would highly encourage you that get into one of our program. Really get into one of our program, because your skepticism may kill your chances of growth. But you really have to go beyond that and really take the action, really take that first move that is required. So with that note, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your presence. That really makes me feel good. That really makes me feel wonderful. And I'll see you not next week, but I'll see you in the next coaching hour on this Thursday. Till then, this Thursday. Till then, take care.